What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my new player progression playthrough in 2020. Now, I have finally gotten myself to over 1800 champion score, so now can hop into Chaos 4, which means I'm going to have to get to 2750 before I can get into Chaos 5. Now, when we take a look at one of the Chaos 4 maps, it shows us that the new enemy is Berserkers. Berserkers are commonly referred to as Lady Orcs, and these orcs are immune to slowing effects and will just straight up rush your walls. Now, they are very healthy, they do hit like a truck, and they have a tendency to do a little bit of a funky interaction with walls, so you definitely want to pay attention to Lady Orcs. Now, the Berserker's weakness is stun. They can't be slowed, but they can be stunned, and stuns can be achieved through elemental combos, things like Electrocute, combining the Drench status and storm damage, and Petrify, which is combining the poison status with earth damage. Now, both of these can be achieved on the original 4 heroes, however, as with all things, having the right shards is really what makes the builds. Now, I really don't have the right shards for either of these two setups, even though I could force it to happen. Now, what you can rely on just by default is something like the Geyser Trap from the Huntress. This is a knock-up, which is also considered a stun in the game, so will be effective on Berserkers. In addition to that, things like the Apprentice's Tornado is also a knock-up and considered a stun. The Squire's Slam is also going to be a stun. And then the Monk's Pole Smash is also going to provide a small knock-up, which is also a stun. Now, what I'm going to do is just not focus a ton on stuns. I do play the Huntress, so I will have my concussive shots going off on those Lady Orcs. And then when we look at the Chaos 4 map, we also see that we've got 2 additional Chaos enemies there. So we still have the Shielded Vanguards from Chaos 1 and the Geodes from Chaos 3. Now, what we know about both of these enemies is they don't like projectile defenses. So we've got yet another Chaos tier where we're going to stay away from projectile defenses. But before we hop in and make that happen, we've got one more thing we've been keeping an eye on, and that is our pet level. Now, I'm at Ascension 37 now. Pets level up per wave, not based off of your experience. And my pet is now finally at 10 of 10 on Affection, so it's time to get this pet evolved. Now, as I mentioned earlier, in the series, I'm sticking with a Gatto pet, specifically for the Sparkle Party ability, which is extremely helpful once you get into Chaos 5, and to a lesser extent, even helpful against these Berserker Lady Orcs in Chaos 4. So it's just perfect time to get this pet evolved, and hopefully get myself some Sparkle Party. So I do have the Affection at 10 of 10, I need to get the power up, and you get that up through feeding your pet. And then I'm also going to need 5 vials of Gatto's Spirit. Now, as you see, I've got 7 of the 5, so I'm good there, and 10,000 gold. Now, a little trick for inventory management as you are progressing through the game is, obviously, you just don't have much backspace. I have only been keeping the pet materials for a pet that I'm going to be concerned with evolving. Now, of course, this is at the very start of the game. Maybe you end up liking the game and unlock more inventory space, or start using your vault to store some of the other pet items. But I've been selling everything that doesn't involve the Gatto, so I'm keeping all the Gatto goodies and trying to keep my inventory at a minimum. So let's go ahead and feed our Gatto here and get them all the way up. I'm going to go through the lower quality stuff first. That's all gone, and then we should have enough here, hopefully. Yeah, more than enough to get it to 10 of 10. Now, once it's 10 of 10, I've got the materials. You see the Evolve has lit up. And there we go. Our Gatto is now been evolved and is now a fledgling. Now, once your pet becomes a fledgling, then of course the tiers are going to be up to 25. You're going to want to level up to 25 before you go again. And every pet gets a specific set of abilities. There's a specific set of abilities that are available to all Gattos. There's a specific set of abilities that are involved to any pet that would have, say, fire damage or water damage. And there are a few pet-specific abilities on the premium pets, like Dragolich, for example. Now, what I'm looking for is, of course, Sparkle Party. I didn't get Sparkle Party, I got Encouragement. Now, I do have a few reroll tokens, so I'm going to do my best to get this Encouragement re-rolled. I'm wanting to re-roll the pet ability. You know, I'm hoping... Oh, I got so lucky. That a little luck goes a long way. Sparkle Party is what I was looking for, and that is what I want. So, we're going to keep that Sparkle Party, and now I am set for pets, and I don't have to worry about another pet all the way through the playthrough, to be honest. Now, we're breaking into a new tier. Map selection is always an important thing to think about, so always go to your dailies. As I see here, I've still got a daily quest, which is going to give me 450 Defender Medals for completing a Rotting Ravine map. I only need one more map in that one. So it seems to me like a no-brainer is going to be to go into a Rotting Ravine map, as I'm already back to the point, just going through Chaos 3, where I'm close to being able to have 1,000 Defender Medals and potentially get another shard unlocked. Now, on the shard front, I had some amazing luck in Chaos 3, and like on my 4th map, I actually got a Deadly Strikes. So I've got one set of the trifecta of shards in Dungeon Defenders 2, which is Destruction, Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes. So I feel really, really lucky at this point in the playthrough, as I just don't see having any more problems progressing. So let's go ahead and hop on into one of those Rotting Ravine maps. Let's see, which one do we want to do? I think... I think maybe I'm going to try out the Dead Road. Let's go ahead and pop on in and see if we can get our first Chaos 4 victory. And here we are on the Dead Road. Now, of course, since we know we're going to have Vanguards, we're going to have the new mob, Berserkers, and then we're going to have Geodes. We know we want to stay away from projectile defenses, and this map is going to be another natural for traps and auras. Now, I've got my flame auras all set up now. I was lucky enough to find myself that Deadly Strike, so I've got the trifecta there. And then I've got my Lightning Strike auras with a decent array there as well. So let's go ahead and get the map set up and see what we have to deal with. Here we've got a skeleton lane only. And let's see, where do we want to wall it? Or do we want to wall it at all? I think, why don't we, for this lane, throw a wall like right there, right up in the spawn, as this lane is one of the lighter lanes, and I don't anticipate it's going to be giving me a massive problem. And then we'll go something like 3 flame auras right there, just to get a nice burst of AoE damage, just to burn that pack down. Now we look here, and we've got those Berserkers, we've got the Geodes. This map is really a conventional lane for Chaos 4, that you will see this particular type of lane just about all the time. Now, let's see, do we have any ranged mobs in there? We do have those little Gobus. What I'm going to do is throw a wall like right back here. I'm trying to eliminate a little bit of line of sight from the wall and make sure any ranged mobs have to make the turn and come around to this point before they can start throwing at my walls. And then we know that auras are going to be solid, so let's just go ahead and lace the entire area with auras all the way up to the spawn. Now we've got this lane basically set up. One important thing about the Berserkers is you can intend on them making to the walls, and they are a healthy enemy, which means you want some sort of single target defense back here at the wall that's going to provide good coverage for those Berserker Lady Orcs. So what I'm going to do here is just throw a lightning strike aura right there at the wall. I've got some good single target damage on the wall now, so anything that makes it to that point should be getting hit pretty darn hard. Oh, I forgot to say too, I finally got speed boost, the elusive campaign shard that finally came to me in Chaos 3. So I'm no longer such a slowpoke. How awesome is that? And then here we see we've got the upper cave with geodes and berserkers. Then we've got the lower cave with just a random assortment of mobs. Now we see these two lanes close into the same point, so we can use this area to just take care of both enemies. So I'm going to go ahead and block this path right. Let's go right about here at that rock, and then we're going to do basically the exact same thing. I'm going to get some flame auras out here that are going to cover both lanes, really. In fact, you know what? I think since we've got a double lane here, let's go ahead and double up right on the wall. And then we want to go ahead and just take some auras out all the way up, really, to the spawn. I'm going to do the same thing here on this lane. And then now we know that those berserkers are coming, so we want some heavy single target damage back here at our walls. I'm going to go with 2 lightning strike auras just right there at the wall. Now we've got what? We've got 690 DU spent. We've got 2 real natural choke points here. First off, we've got 2 lanes over here. However, they come together into one as well, so it's pretty easy to keep those enemies right into one lane. And then here we've just got several really nice choke points. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Spamming the auras and a lightning strike aura at the wall for the heavy single target damage. Here, since we've got a double lane, I'm going to double up again. We'll go 2 lightning strikes at the wall. We'll go 2 flame auras at the wall, and then just bring the rest of it on up. Here I've got another opportunity to hit both lanes, so I'm going to stack 2 right there. And that actually leaves me a little bit of DU left over. Now, really at this point you can do anything with that extra DU. I'm just going to leave it alone for now and see what we get as the map progresses. So let's check out Wave 1 and see if we can't survive these Lady Orcs. These Berserker girls can be mean as hell, there's no doubt about it. And as you see, 1.9 million health. They're pretty darn healthy too. And they are right on top of my walls. Now basically, this is definitely turning into a stare at the minimap game again, as you really do need to keep an eye out on your walls and make sure they're not going down. We see over here, I'm actually having some issues already. Looks like we made it through it, but we are definitely going to want upgrades on that lane, there is no doubt. And here we've got so much aura protection really going all the way up the lanes that the enemies aren't making it that far up. So we see what our problem lanes are here. I think this is the active DPS area, and then I definitely want upgrades on this area. Both of these really over here, that way I can try to ignore these lanes just a little. A big fail on the concussive shot there. So we got 2 more at the walls. Only 14 mobs left. Really another super smooth transition. As I mentioned earlier in the playthrough, Chaos 4 is definitely in the earlier tiers or the easier tiers to break into. In my opinion, Chaos 2 and Chaos 5 are the toughest. Of course, you know, everyone's got their own enemies that they hate. Now here we go. I was not actually saving that DU for any other reason other than this. We got lanes opened up. So now we've actually got another flyer lane here. And we've got another flyer lane here. Now, one thing about this lane is the flyers are coming out of the regular ground lane, which means that, like, this flame aura is helping me here. In addition to that, I can go ahead and stack another flame aura, which is going to help me there. And I'm going to take it one step further and throw in a lightning strike aura as well, which is going to help me there. So I'm hoping that is going to burn through the flyers from that lane, but I am going to need to check it. Now I've got 60 DU left. I don't have proper shards. I don't have any shards in my Skyguard tower. I guess I can throw that unupgraded defense crit damage on there just for something. But my Skyguard tower does have a decent Chaos 3 relic, 9 to 10, but I don't have any shards for it. So I'm going to have to get my Skyguard up here as close as possible. You know what, let's just put it right there. We'll put it right there. Now, in addition to that, I could also put auras here. You know what, let's do that instead. Let's see if we can kill them with aura stack right here, because they do come out really low, as you can see by their little wisp. And I could potentially... Can I get something in here? There we go, there was the spot. So let's go with a flame aura right there. And then we'll throw a lightning strike right there. Now, that lightning strike is going to dip into this ground lane as well, but I'm hoping that flame aura is going to burn those flyers out. Alright, now we said over here, I just want some upgrades, just so I don't have to pay attention to it. So I'm just going to upgrade this entire area over here. I'm going to hit that wall too. I think these upgrades here will take this lane a long way. However, one thing to note, we do have a boss in this lane. So we're going to have to watch that lane regardless. And the other area I'm really concerned about is the flyers coming out up here. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all of this stuff as well. You know what, I'm even going to hit this stuff one more time, just to get a really nice spawn camp going right here for those flyers. So once again, this area is really where we need to focus most of our energy, as we don't have any upgrades in over here yet, and these Berserkers are going to keep on pushing. There is no grace period as far as Berserkers go. They do what they want to do. Looks like we're getting through the start of it. Now here comes the first group of flyers. Let's take a look and see how this does. It looks like, or yeah, it looks like it killed them all in that area. So that's a huge plus. Get our Sparkle Party pet going. Get those Lady Orcs stunned up inside that flame aura. Very nice. Sparkle Party, of course, having that low 30-second cooldown is pretty darn nice as well, so it gives you an opportunity to use it really multiple times every wave. Now we've got a Plaguing Hawk here. Here is another fantastic Sparkle Party usage. Get that guy stunned up. And let's see if we can just keep him in these flame auras and burning. And there we go, and our very first Chaos 4 loot has just dropped. That's awesome. Alright, so wave 3 is here, 432 mobs. Everything did pretty well. I'm going to hit this flyer lane again, just so I can feel like I can ignore it a little bit. And I'm going to hit these two front auras here again, just for a little bit more upfront power. Now, I didn't have any problem in this area with that flyer lane, but I do want to take it one step further and hit this lane one more time with some upgrades. And that should just guarantee that I can completely ignore that lane. And then now, we want to start getting some work in over here, because we didn't get anything upgraded yet. So let's do that entire lane. And then here, why don't we go with both of these defenses that are back at our wall. Wave 3 should go a little bit smoother. I did fail to check the bosses to see what's coming. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that and see exactly where the bosses are coming from. A little premature usage of that Sparkle Party on that geode. He ended up dying really quick. Wow, these flyers still made it through here. So that tells me I just either need to get more upgrades in that lane, or I really need to pay attention to this lane, as these flyers are still just making the push, no problem. Okay, we got a siege roller coming out of up top. I'm going to ignore that siege roller for the moment. Just try to avoid any unnecessary unpleasantness with any sort of siege roller rockets. We got more flyers coming in. And we got a Malthius. I almost feel like I should get that Malthius first. But you know what? I'm not going to. I'm just going to go right for the roller. We've got a clearing now behind them. We do have some flyers coming into our sub-objective here, so I do want to make sure I address the flyer issues here. Alright. Are we there yet? We're there. Now let's get on the siege roller and see if we can't get the stuns going. Now here we got another opportunity to use that Sparkle Party pet just to assist with these bosses. It will stun any boss that can be stunned as well, so that's very, very nice. Oh no! I was backing up to find a safe spot to heal myself and walked off the ledge. Super derp. It looks like my wall is getting pretty darn low here. Yeah, I lost my wall, so I'm going to have to get to it. Going to have to use all of the available resources, all my stuns. You see I used the Sparkle Party there. Going to have to not die here, so I need to stay away from the roller rockets. There we go. Alright, we got a Chaos 4 Totem. I kind of feel like that should just go right on my walls right now. Where were we at? 5,500 before? Oh, wow. Huge, huge wall upgrade. So, speaking of wall upgrades, we need to get our wall back in place. So, go right there once again. It feels like I left a big gap here. There we go. Alright, now we did have flyers pushed through on this lane. So this lane is not good enough. So we're going to keep upgrading it since that's where the problem area is. And I think I should be able to just DPS through the other lanes. Let's see what we've got coming for bosses here. So we got an ogre there, and we got a captain over here. Now remember, the captain is going to be a fast runner. So when that captain pops, we're going to want to get over there and get him dealt with right away. Another poor Sparkle Party usage. Every 30 seconds, I don't mind wasting it, so I throw it out there pretty often, particularly when I'm progressing through. And wow, that Flame Aura stack still didn't get these flyers killed. Woof! Maybe should have went with a Skyguard back here. Healthy, healthy flyers. We're doing really good on these other lanes. Okay, there's the captain. We know he is rushing the walls. I don't have any flyers or any other emergencies at the moment. So I want to get over here and get this captain dealt with. We're going to stun him up a little bit. Oh, we're going to get wrecked in the process. We might be in trouble here. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. Alright, wall down. I think we're going to survive it, but wow, that got a little sketchy. Need to get over here quicker and not get killed. Now we see the Lady Orcs. The Berserkers are getting a little uppity over here as well, and then there come the flyers that are still continually pressing through. Alright, I would hate nothing more than to have a Wave 5 loss. So I'm going to address that flyer issue. What do we have for a boss over here? We got a siege roller here this time. Let's get our wall back. You know, let's throw an upgrade on it even. Now let's see. My Skyguard is going to be crap, but I'm debating on throwing it back here anyway. What do I need to come up with? I would need to come up with 40 DU to put a Skyguard down. I don't like that. I would have to sell basically both of these. Let's just go ahead and do it. It takes quite a bit off of the upfront killing of that lane, but this was obviously a big fail as far as flyer killing goes, so let's go ahead and get Skyguard Tower down here anyway. I'm going to upgrade it all the way just to make sure we have no flyer issues there. Now, we're not quite as healthy in this area as we used to be, so I'm definitely going to throw around the upgrades here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just fill in this area over here. Get all this up front stuff. And then this entire lane hasn't been upgraded yet, so let's just get all of it as well. We'll accept those two at the wall. And you know what? Let's overkill it a bit. I really think this is overkill, but that is going to make this double lane area just melt. So let's see, I got a Skelly there, I got a Captain up top, and then, of course, the Siege Roller. So here we go, wave number 5. See if we can't get it done. Thank you, Kitty Cat, for saving the day there. Don't want my brand new Skyguard getting dive bombed. That would have been quite unfortunate. Those flyers are still holding strong. We're just doing good here. Now, of course, it's all about the boss right here. The bosses, oh, and here they come. Comes the Siege Roller and the Captain. Let's get the Captain first. I think the Captain has the most potential to cause some immediate problems. We got him about halfway. Ooh. And here, as with most of the mobs, you're going to be able to just heal through the Captain if you're using that construction shard. See, we got a Siege Roller on the wall here, so let's start working on this guy. Just channel that repair on the wall. And I'm going to try to stay. I just haven't gotten any of the good hero shards. I'm going to try to keep a repair channel in on that wall and try to stay moving and stay out of these roller rockets. Just really, really low damage output. It looks like the Skelly burned already. Wow. Our defenses were able to kill it. Just keep running out. I'm overhealing the wall, so it's my channel on the wall repair is ending very, very quickly. Even dying here, it's just not an issue. Just not sweating it at all. I'm going to be able to make it back over there and get the wall repaired again prior to it dying. So, once again, you can heal through that roller, even with it just right on your wall, if you're paying attention to it pretty darn easily. So, the Siege Roller has 0 chance of making it, assuming I can keep that wall full. Just about there. Now, of course, the big find here in Chaos 4 would be a defense rate shard. So, I'm going to be on the lookout here. Please, oh please, give me that defense rate. And there we go for the first Chaos 4 win. Let's check out our luck. Wouldn't that be just ridiculous? getting yourself a defense rate as your first shard of Chaos 4. First off, let's get another Deadly Strengths. Alright, didn't get Deadly Strengths, or didn't get a usable shard for any character we have, sadly. And here we go, defense rate. Oh, once again, another shard for a character we don't have. But that will do it for this episode. Our first Chaos 4 win is in the bag. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Remember that if you do want to support Chromatic and get yourself any of those packages on any platform, you can also support my channel at the very same time. So my partner referral link will be down in the description below. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.